Hi everyone, welcome back to the vlog. I've just filmed a YouTube channel, which is why I maybe look a little bit more glam than usual. Let me show you the aftermath. So I decided to film today's YouTube channel from the living room, just because I thought the light in here might be looking quite nice. Obviously though, it involved moving the kind of footstool over to there, and you can just see the kind of aftermath. This video is actually already going to be out before you see the vlog. This is my spring homeware kind of vlog, but there was one thing I wanted to share. I am so impressed with this. I picked this up from Marks and Spencer's. This is actually artificial, but I really love it. I've been looking for something to go here just because it's a big old white wall. I've not had a chance to kind of put any artwork up. I've been here 18 months, but I just haven't figured out what I want yet, and was so pleased with this. Just really love it. It was £40 from M&S. This is a nice kind of concrete vase, and yeah, now just a little bit obsessed with their artificial plants. Okay, this is a little bit better. I've popped you down so I don't get achy arm or make you too shaky. It's the bank holiday weekend. Happy bank holiday weekend, everyone. I have got quite a few things planned this bank holiday weekend. First thing I did though, I got my nails done finally. It had been 6 weeks for reasons that don't really matter, but it had been 6 weeks and I just really felt like I needed to get my nails done. Wasn't necessarily my choice for it to be 6 weeks. It just happened that it's 6 weeks. But yeah, very, very happy. We went for like a lilac chrome and I just think they look really nice. Tomorrow I am off to get my hair done because I mean, I don't want to focus in too much, but the greys are greying. I've had greys in my hair since I was probably in my early 20s. I'm no longer in my early 20s, shocker. I'm actually more towards my late 30s now. I'm 38 and I get my hair done every 6 weeks, but honestly, it needs to be done like every 4 because the greys will not stop appearing. And I kind of feel like if I was to stop colouring my hair, we'd be pretty grey, which, you know, works for some people and they look amazing. I just don't think it's a lifestyle choice that I'm ready to make just yet. I still like my hair to look this kind of colour, just without the greys would be really nice. But I also have some other plans this weekend, big plans. So it's not going to shock anyone. I've also got a huge pile of clothes to get up on Vinted this weekend. Obviously, last week I showed you transitioning from my winter into my summer wardrobe. That has obviously resulted in a lot of items that need to go up on Vinted. I'd also like to take this opportunity to say sorry for the weather change because it was really nice when I was doing that, and then this past week the weather has not been very nice. It's been actually rather cold and chilly. I do feel like I was personally responsible given the fact that I did my wardrobe switch over, so I'd like to publicly apologise to everybody for that. That was my fault, but it does mean that I have a huge amount of stuff that needs to go up on Vinted, so gonna try and get that done as well, although I'm not sure if it's a great weekend to do it. Like, are people going to be shopping on Vinted this weekend, or are people going to be spending time with their friends and family because it's a bank holiday weekend? So I might put it up, but I might wait until maybe like another week when people are maybe more ready for it. Also, I don't know if anyone else feels like this, but I always feel like you get better sales on Vinted when it's like just gone payday, because I feel like people are more in the mood to spend. I don't know, maybe I read too much into things, but yeah, so that's another thing that I need to do. The other thing that I need to do is figure out what paint I'm having on my shed, and then figure out the paint that I'm going to be having on my fences, because it's basically my personality now. But my garden is getting done in 2 weeks, probably less than 2 weeks now, and it is really exciting. But the shed is being moved, which means that I'm not going to have access to part of the shed, and I want to paint the shed. It's all untreated wood at the moment, because when I moved in, they gave me a shed, the developers, which is, you know, nice, but it's very plain. It's just untreated wood, and I want a colour. Some of my neighbours have already painted theirs and they look fab. I want a bit of a colour. I've gone, in my head, I'm thinking shot color green, millennial, of course I'm going to pick green. And then fences, I'm thinking like a cream kind of stone colour. I did actually pick up some samples from Prinal Paints, which I'll show you. So I found these little mini ones in my local B&Q. I did go a little bit crazy not realising the price of these. I don't know how much I thought paint samples would be, but they're £4 each, which I guess if I'm going to pick the colour, that's fine, but I picked up 4. I kind of got a little bit carried away. I probably should have just really focused in on ones that I thought I would actually like. So I've got seagrass here, I'm thinking, for the shed. I actually got 3 colours for the shed and only 1 for the fence, so I hope I like the fence one. I've got Wild Thyme. So Wild Thyme looks to me to be kind of more of like a dark olive. I don't know. Quite a dark green, whereas Seagrass feels like a bit more of a blue green. I don't know if I'm going to like either of those. I did also get Olive Garden, but I didn't know if that looked a little bit more kind of muted, and maybe if that looked a little bit more like it had brown tones in it. So I need to test those three on the shed today, so that, because today's Friday, so I can pick the one that I like, and then tomorrow, which is Saturday, I can actually go buy the paint. I don't know if I'll be starting it tomorrow, because as I say, I'm getting my hair done, which is really exciting. And then I'm going to go see my mum and spend some time with her. So we'll see. I might end up painting tomorrow, or it might be more of a Sunday/Monday job. But Sunday I have got a family lunch, and Monday I've got Reformer Pilates. So, you know, I'm booked and busy, people. Like, to be doing these kind of quite dull jobs, because I know I am going to hate it. I don't like painting anything. I don't even paint my own nails. I like to go have the experience of paying a professional to do my nails because I like how they look. I'm not going to enjoy painting my shed, and I'm not going to enjoy painting my fence. I know I'm not, but I've got to put on those big girl pants and just, like, you know, sort it out. And then for the fence, I've got natural stone. So really hope I like this. I was also thinking muted clay, I think, is one of them. I feel a little bit sad that I even kind of like know these paint names from the ones that I see on TikTok, when people are like, oh, my fence is this, my fence is that. It's like, this felt a little bit like the Farrow and Ball of fence paint and shed paint. I don't know if it is, but we'll see. The bit I'm not looking forward to is that if I'm going to need multiple coats, because I think I've got about 20 fence panels to do. And obviously I've got two sides of a shed. However, though, I am thinking worst case scenario / just a way to convince myself to do it is that I might only paint the bits I'm not going to have access to, and then leave the bits for when it's all done. But then the other part of me is like, well, I don't want to have to be painting when I've just had fresh patio laid, because what if I get a load of paint on the patio? That's going to really piss me off and really annoy me. So then I'm like, do you paint your outside fences with like a dust sheet laid down? I don't know. I probably sound like a complete idiot, and I am a complete idiot, but yeah, this is not my forte whatsoever. I'm coming in so kind of new to the whole maintaining a garden, what you need to do when it comes to like fence maintenance and stuff. So wish me luck, but yeah, that's going to have to be a task that I might end up having to do in a minute, but yeah, I'll catch up with you soon. So here we have the fence panels. As you can see, we've definitely gone for a much lighter colour. I'm wondering if it's going to need 2 coats. Obviously it's not dried, I've literally just painted this, but it looks a little bit thin and patchy. Could also just be my technique, to be fair. So I don't know if I'm going to need 2 coats on this down here. I do prefer the lighter colour though. As you can see, it's just untreated. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I just think that I would prefer it in a lighter colour. I think it's going to really make a difference to the garden, and I think it's just going to look a lot nicer if it's in a nice light colour. So wish me luck if I do end up painting it this weekend. So here we have the 3 shed colours. The top one there is Seagrass, that middle one there is Olive Garden, I think it's called, and the bottom one is Wild Thyme. I think out of the 3, the only one I really like is that middle one. I think the top one is too blue-green, and I think that bottom one is just too dark. The Olive Garden is looking a little bit yellow in real life. It's obviously a very pale colour. I'm hoping it will dry a little bit darker, but this might need 2 coats. Not sure, but yeah, this is the size of the the shed that we're working with. So this is the side that's actually going to be going against a wall, so this is the side that needs to definitely be painted sooner rather than later. It is going to block out the window, obviously moving it because it's going to be facing a fence, but it's just for storage, so I don't really mind that. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking that olive one is a little bit of the best of the bunch. Hi everyone, it's Sunday, it's Easter Sunday, so hope you're having a lovely Easter weekend. I am off to my dad's very soon, hence the reason I'm all dressed up. We're going there for a lunch, which I'm very excited about, to go see some family. But before I do that, I wanted to share with you some bits that had arrived from H&M, and I thought we could do just like a little very quick H&M try on, because it kind of occurred to me the other day that obviously the weather's getting a little bit warmer, which is great, but I feel like I don't have as much stuff in my wardrobe for work. So I work a hybrid role. I'm in the office a couple of days a week. That's in London. And I've lost a little bit of weight. So I just feel like the stuff that I would have worn last year, I'm not really wearing because it doesn't really fit anymore. So I need to kind of find my style again, because I feel like before, when I was a bit bigger, I kind of prioritized more things that I thought was more flattering in terms of what I would wear. Whereas now I feel pretty confident in how I look. So I just want to wear things that I generally like. So yeah, workwear seems to be the kind of stickling point for me at the moment. So I did a bit of a H&M haul when they, or I did a H&M order when they had 15% off. So I'll share with you what I got. So these are the 3 piles. Here we've got blazers. I was really looking for kind of like a cream neutral blazer because I feel like I've got black and I've got khaki, but didn't really have neutrals. These were a sale find, actually. These are the bottoms to a cord. Couldn't find the top, but I thought the bottoms might still work. And then here are kind of tops and shirts. Predominantly linen because obviously spring, summer, but yeah, let's just try some of these on and decide which ones to keep. Okay, first off, we're going to start with blazers. This is actually a style of blazer that I already have. I have this in navy and I wear it a lot. I really love it. I love the double-breasted kind of style. Thought this one was an interesting kind of pattern and it might work well, so let's give it a go. Obviously it needs a steam because it's come from H&M and I feel like everything from H&M needs a steam. I'm not sure about this. I definitely feel like I would wear it with the sleeves up. And obviously probably not with the sleeves underneath showing. I feel like I could maybe make this work, but like I don't love it. And if I don't love it, I'm a bit reluctant to spend money on something that I don't really love. It's a maybe for me, but let me know what you think. Next up, I've got another double-breasted blazer. This one is in linen though. I think this one might be a bit better because it's a bit more neutral, but let's see. Okay, obviously this needs a steam, but I prefer this one way more to the other one. I would probably wear the sleeves up. I just think it gives a bit more of a relaxed feel and I quite like that. Love the colour, love the shape, love the size. This one's a keeper. Oh, and for reference, I'm wearing a size L in this one and that last one was also a size L. This is another linen blazer, but this one is single-breasted, not double-breasted. Okay, I don't actually love this one as much. I think I prefer the shape of the double-breasted. It just feels a little bit more relaxed and informal. This one feels a little bit more fitted and formal, but it's still a nice blazer. I just think for me, I'll get more wear out of the double-breasted one. Again, I'm wearing this in a size L. I think most of the blazers are a size L. This is the same style as that linen one and that first blazer, but I'm not feeling the colour. I just think the linen one suited me a little bit better. It is obviously double-breasted, which is the style that I like. It's also an L, but I just don't think this colour is my colour. Okay, moving on to shirts. And first up we have this one. I really love the kind of texture on this. It's almost got a little bit of like a frayed feathery detail on it. This did come in other colours, but I thought the neutral would just be easier to pair with lots of different trousers and bottoms, etc. I am thinking that this would look just quite nice with like some wide leg work trousers, maybe a blazer. Yeah, so I'm hoping I love this one. I'm not sure I do love this one. I didn't expect it to be quite as see-through. I do really love the kind of detailing and the pattern and the texture of this, but the fact that it is so see-through, I think I'm gonna have to end up wearing like a bit of a bodysuit underneath it, and I'm just not sure if I want all those layers. I obviously wouldn't wear it tucked out. I would obviously try and tuck it in, but I don't know, I'm on the fence with this one as well. What do you think? Okay, this is the first of 3 shirts that are basically identical, they're just in different colours. This is the light blue version, this is the white version, and this is the blue stripe version. I just think these are great linen shirts to wear with work. I think these would look really nice paired with some smarter trousers. I've brought blue stripe and white because I predominantly wear khaki, black, pale pink kind of wide leg trousers to work, or cream. And I just think that these are probably the best kind of colours to match with those because I really kind of want to mix and match. I don't just want to buy one thing for one look and then only wear it once. I want to try and get a bit more use out of my wardrobe. I've got them all in the size L. I didn't want them to be too oversized for work. I think a really oversized linen shirt looks fab in a more kind of relaxed setting. But for work, I wanted it to be slightly more fitted, although, I mean, these aren't that fitted. These are actually, I think they're called like the premium linen shirts from H&M. They were, I want to say $27.99 down to I think $22.99 with the little 15% off for members. I think the quality is fabulous. They've got a little kind of shirt pocket here. But yeah, I really love them. Obviously they do come longer sleeved. I've rolled it up. I've obviously unbuttoned the collar a little bit. I just think these are a fab staple for the kind of spring summer work wardrobe. Okay, I do actually already own this in more of like a tan colour. Didn't get the white at the time, but I saw that the white was on offer and I've worn the tan one quite a lot. I just think this is such a good little basic. It's a little fine knitted, short sleeve kind of jumper, I guess. Again, I've worn this with wide leg trousers. I've also worn it with jeans and a blazer to the office. I just think this is a great little staple, and this was a complete bargain. I think this is only $12.99 full price. So yeah, absolutely love this one. Okay, and these are those sale trousers. I think these were down to £9. I have a feeling that these were part of a very popular co-ord last summer. They didn't have the shirt still available, and they don't do the shirt this year, but I thought the bottoms could be quite nice to just kind of wear on their own. Excuse the fact that I think my underwear is slightly darker than it should be to wear under trousers like this, but we just have to roll with it. I think I like these. These are incredibly comfy. They're kind of like a silky style material. They're just a drawstring. They're really, really comfy to wear. I'm not sure I'd wear it with this little top. Just wanted to pair it with something. But I actually think this would look really nice with like a denim shirt. Kind of, you know, relaxed, tucked in kind of style. But yeah, not 100% sure on these trousers, so let me know. So yeah, thanks for watching that little H&M try on. Do let me know in the comments what items I should be keeping, should be sending back. Have I made a good choice in the shirts and the linen blazer and that little kind of cream knit? What should I be doing with those trousers and that other blazer? But yeah, let me know your thoughts. There has been some progress with the garden. I've picked the shed and the fence paint colours. We had a new we had a new shed paint colour enter the chat yesterday. I went to B&Q to go buy the massive tub for the fence. We're going with Natural Stone from Cuprinol, which is the only one that I tested, so good job, I like it. But when I was there, I saw that they had a little sample for, I think, more of the kind of olive green that I want, called Willow. So I picked up a sample of that, and I think that's the one that I'm going to go for. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay, so that bottom one is Willow, which is, I think, the one that I want to go for. I just think it's more of the colour that I want for the shed. The top one, from memory, was Seagrass. It's just too bluey green for me. That kind of second from top one is Olive Garden. I just think it's a little bit too yellowy and pale. That third one was Wild Thyme. I think it was Wild Thyme. I'm not entirely sure now I've said that out loud. And then that bottom one is Willow. So that's the one that I think I'm going to go for. I obviously need to kind of clean this a little bit and brush off all the cobwebs. I also need to mow the grass today. That's another job that I will be doing at some point. But yeah, let me show you what the fence looks like. And here is what the fence looks like. Obviously this went on a couple of days ago. I actually think, looking at it now, that I might get away with just one coat rather than having to do two, which is hopefully a good thing because I've got quite a few fence panels to paint. But yeah, that's the colour that I think I'm going to go for. I've already bought the paint. I don't actually know when I'm going to be able to do this because, yeah, obviously it's sunny today, but I've got lunch plans, and then tomorrow it's going to rain, and hopefully next weekend, because I don't really have many weekends left. But yeah, that's the plan for next weekend. One thing I am going to do quickly though before I head to my dad's is just get this lawn mowed because it is looking quite long in the sunshine. Oh, and this is the update that literally nobody asked for, but these are how my plants look. These are the ones that I put up last weekend. I think they're looking really cute. I really like them. So yeah, just got to wait for them to grow a little bit more. So that's the shed colour and the fence paint colour that I'm going to go for. As I've said, I don't actually know when I'm going to get a chance to do that. Hopefully next weekend, because the following weekend it might all be done, and I don't really want to be painting too much when it's all still new because I don't want to be getting paint everywhere. But that's the plan. I'm now going to quickly mow the lawn before I go to my dad's for a Sunday lunch. I hope everyone has had like a really lovely Easter weekend. I hope you've enjoyed your time off for the bank holiday if you've had some time off. Probably going to end the vlog now just because tomorrow I'm going to do Pilates in the morning, and then I've kind of just got a day getting the house like reset a little bit. I was going to do some washing, got vintage parcels to post out, what a shock, and just try and get myself organised before the week ahead, edit some videos, maybe film some TikTok content maybe, and some Instagram stuff. But that's the plan for tomorrow. It's probably not going to be super interesting, so I'm just going to end the vlog here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.